In the Loop.
Hey, yo, this is an In the Loop production, and this is season 4, episode 2. And we got fucking Powerhouse in here. Let's fucking go. I'm fucking excited, man.
Big Blender boy.
Come on, man.
Big Blender boy, you know. It's your boy Miggs. What's good? What's good? You know, straight out of Midland. Ripping Moneyland. You know the vibes.
Okay. I'm Kamaya. Nice to see everybody.
I'm so glad to have you on this one for
I'm
sure.
so excited.
Hey, I'm glad you brought it this time. I was talking about it last time.
Season 1.
Yeah, we was talking about it last time.
We've talked about this.
This my girl right here.
Yeah, let's go.
This for sure my girl.
For real.
And there's much to talk about. So there's well, we've never gotten one from you in general. So there's been a lot happening in your life over the last 4 to 5 years. So.
A lot.
And then we got Clutch. JD, what's up, man?
Yeah, what's good? What's good?
You fresh off of that Stack Sneaker show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which
shout out
is
amazing Kehlani, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. People were saying how much they enjoyed it and the demand for it out here, man.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder, like, you know what I'm saying, Midland being small, trying to get all the sneaker people in one room. It's kind of hard. It's easier going to a bigger town like Dallas and throwing the shows. But, you know, you got to work with what you got out here.
Do you think, were you satisfied with the turnout?
Oh, yeah.
If y'all want to go live,
sure.
I know the...
For sure.
The immediate reaction is like to try to be all professional and shit. But that's why when you asked about vaping, I'm like, I mean, at some point, I'm going to be, you know, rolling some and then we can smoke and things like that. Because be here 3 hours, 4 hours, shit like that.
You be rolling in this house?
No, not in here, man.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you was talking about you roll. I was about to say.
It's going to be our own spot. It's going to be our own spot. It's just kind of almost has to be, if that makes sense. You know? Because I definitely can't see this being smoked out and then the tenants.
Definitely not in this city, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely not in this city.
Yeah.
What's it called? Man,
Hey, but what do y'all think about the setup?
Yeah, I like it.
It looks real nice. I like the lighting.
Really nice.
Here.
You've been on.
It's damn near elegant, is what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You've been on season 1 and season 2. I mean, season 3. So
It just looks very professional.
And on damn near everything, it's just getting better every time, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely getting better every time.
Appreciate it, man.
I fuck with that.
And shout out to the people who have let me like collaborate with them. I mean, even like JS Studios was something that people still talk about today. And then you had Element 14 that helped us out in season 3. And then you have Ryan here with Best of Midland in this studio. So you can that one over there is like a 2-person you can rent out. I think this one you can make it fit 3, but it's just sitting across from somebody. And then you have this studio that.
Now shout out Ryan, shit.
For sure.
Okay.
Shout out
Ryan.
Ryan.
Nice
I'm like,
here.
okay.
It's
When we
real nice in here.
Yeah,
I
when we
like
talk about people doing stuff for the city on things that we need, Ryan is definitely bringing
it.
some
Facts.
Yeah.
Best
Coming with it.
best of Midland, baby, for real.
You can tell first time I had 4 big cameras like that, so it looked good. It looked good in here, bro. I
Yeah,
think
the
it
other
looked real
side-
good.
It feels so serious.
Hell yeah. Okay,
I'm like,
yeah,
I
take
don't
a
know
breath.
which
We're good.
camera
We're
to
good.
look
We're
at.
good. This one's MIGG's. Oh yeah, that one's yours. So you can look in that one when you want to talk to the people or just whatever. And then yours is down right there.
So all the other
That's
ones
lit.
you did in the other room?
The second one I did in here with Jordan, and then the first one over there I did on that table. Yeah. So
It's lit.
luckily with Ryan with that same, well, I'm maybe speaking for him, but it's the same. I could choose the studio I want, you know, depending on whoever shows up. So I may use that one next time, but I really like this one. I mean, as soon as he showed me this, I'm like, yeah, that one right there.
Yeah, that's why when I heard y'all talking in this one, I thought y'all were recording already.
Oh yeah, no.
And then when we first walked in,
No,
like initially, I was
same.
like, is it gonna be right here? I didn't know what to put the
Hell
food.
yeah. No, yeah, it's really. No, I really like this setup. Part of it too, man, is showing you guys like this is how I've seen you guys from like day one, which is like when I reach out and say, hey, can I get an interview? Because this is how y'all in my head, this is how I see anybody who I put in front of the mic. Like, so even at the places that we've been, it was always, what more could I do? How could I get somebody where you have that feeling like, oh shit, hold up, let me tighten up right quick, you know? Because I think it's part of artist development, if that makes sense, man.
No, it is.
And there's a shitload going on.
I mean, I feel like this is like training for me. I've never done
Hell
that.
yeah, let's go.
I've never had people ask me questions. I don't know.
Are you
I don't
finna
know.
see? You finna get used to it too.
You know?
You're real used to it.
Yeah.
It's
It's gonna
not-
get smooth. And you just, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna get.
I always feel like it's just, I feel like I think that's the hardest thing about what I chose to do with my career is like, it's so like, all I know is I know how to sing. I love to sing. I make music, you know? I have to learn how to like do this.
Right, like talk on the camera,
You know,
right,
like
it's
be in front of a
different.
camera and talk on a camera and like,
Thanks.
you know how to like engage with like your fan base or like just people
Sure.
in general. Like it's just
It
it's
takes
different
time to
for me.
develop
It's
shit like
very
that.
Yeah,
strange.
facts. That's my thing too. I really wouldn't like to be like in front of the camera talking. That's why I
Yeah.
barely started making the videos. You know, like Stack Sneaker Show.
Same.
This
I'm barely
Sunday,
getting
like,
used to that shit,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I ain't gonna
Watching
lie.
the videos and stuff.
Barely getting used to that
Okay,
shit.
okay, I know
Yeah.
that. Okay,
Yeah,
in my head,
so
I'm like,
it's
it's so comfortable. I
nerve-wracking.
think everybody's like this.
Nah,
No, I mean
bro.
it's just
But
like I know
It's
it's
hard.
like
It's a little hard at first.
a part of what we kind of would all be doing, you know,
Sure,
in the
especially
near
in
future.
today's
But
exactly.
it's just like
Near future.
it's very
When it comes down to making the video, it's
it's like oh shit.
Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. Okay,
It's like,
you
oh.
like not second guess, but it's like
It's
shit,
like oh shit,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah,
niggas knows like with the videos we took of him,
Bro.
we took like 30 of them.
That shit happens every time, bro. It
So
don't
you get
matter
the
who
right
you
one.
are, bro. You gonna unless you just a smooth talking motherfucker, like you gonna do more than at least 3-4 takes, bro.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Facts,
At least.
facts.
I'm sure then from a creator standpoint, because I'd be doing this, I'm like watching it over and over and over and making sure, like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
maybe that one then, you know,
Yeah.
before it gets out
But
there.
like when you watching yourself over and over, you know what I'm saying? You kind of get to thinking too much. But when somebody else sees it on their
Yeah.
phone, they're just gonna watch it once, maybe twice.
That's true, man.
They're not gonna see the things that you're gonna see yourself. You know.
Yeah.
I
And
think
it's all
there's
about
still
just being a perfectionist at the end of the day.
probably,
too.
yeah.
Facts,
I think
It's like especially what we do. It's
for
like,
sure as an artist, I don't know how many conversations you guys like tune into. So like, even hearing Johnny Depp, I think early on this year, he was on Joe Rogan. He was talking about the shit that he goes through in his head. And I'm like, damn, you're Johnny Depp and you go through that shit? I'm like, all right,
Very
I'm
much
good.
the
Regular
same.
ass dude,
regular
bro.
ass
Yeah.
dude.
Regular ass dude.
We all
Johnny
going through
Depp.
it, just trying
Yeah.
to make the best of
Just
what we're
did
doing.
just did more special shit than we did. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I've
Like
been there,
still a
man.
regular
All the
ass
same
dude.
feelings, all everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On that same note, though, this whole time has been what you just said. Like, I feel like this is training.
Yeah.
And that's exactly. So when I looked out, me and Platt talked about it last night on the live. When I looked out, it was like the only thing that I could see missing for you guys. Like, you had the talent. You can leverage each other and have a little, but there was something else missing. And I'm like,
No media training.
how do we, exactly.
Yeah. You know, and I feel like that's kind of a big reason why we do that shit more nowadays. Like specifically me and him. Like before we do something, or like specifically like with these shows, he was like, "Hey, bro, we should do a video like this and that." And at first, like before, like I'll kind of look at it like, I don't know, bro, that shit kind of corny, but like you got to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like and every time we do it, we get decent engagement. We get really good. You know what I'm saying? Helps us get through the algorithm, all types of shit, bro. And it lets the fans know what's going on too. You know what I mean? So
I feel like and the fans want to be engaged with you.
I feel like
really do.
and that's exactly what they want. And you know, as an artist, you just forget that shit because you just so caught up in what you got going
being an
on.
artist
And,
and shit.
yeah, man. But I feel like, you know, I think the more we do it, the more fluent it's gonna come and shit.
That's the only way.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
It
the
gets
only
easier.
way. It's really
It
the only
does
way.
get
You need
easier.
content, bro. And you know, I don't know. I feel like shit just gets stale when you just looking at the same shit all the time, like, or when you dealing with artists that think they too this and that, and it's just like, you know, shit gets stale after a while. That's how that's how I feel about it.
Yeah,
So
sure.
I really try to be more engaging and more, I guess, transparent. I guess with the people who fuck with me and shit.
Yeah.
It's just a process, bro. Should take time to develop. You know, to become a secondhand nature. I feel like.
Yeah, it's a skill.
I feel like it's probably different for like rappers, cause like for me it's not much. I feel like I engage with my, you know, my circle that supports me and listens to me. I hate saying fans. I don't like
I
that
got you, I
word.
got you.
But
They fans though.
you know,
They
yeah.
fans.
But I feel like my music is very straightforward. It's like I'm really spilling it all. So it's like,
Yeah.
how much more can I engage? Like I feel like I'm letting you in already.
Oh, yeah.
But also it's
That's a good
like
point.
they want to get to know you as like a person, not as a musician. You know, like they want to get to know you. That's why they fuck with you.
Yeah,
Not only do
exact-
they fuck
that's-
with your music, they want to get to know you as
They
a
wanna be able
person.
to relate to
Yeah,
you.
they want to relate to you.
I feel like back in the day, you could get away with having some type of mystique like that, though. Nowadays, it's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and after like that, there people are like, what the fuck?
Like,
I mean, I
like,
just feel like the internet is
Like
just
when people don't really
evolved
know
too
you,
much.
like,
The
people don't know you. Like back in the day, a
Shrooms and
celebrity.
coke. Sorry.
Back in the day, a celebrity was a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't
Yeah.
just go to their feed and see what they was doing 30
Yeah,
minutes
no.
ago,
Nah,
or
hell no.
what their
Yeah.
crib looked like. Motherfuckers posting their house and their kids and looking. You know what I'm saying? Them having fun. Like back in the day, celebrities
Didn't have
had
that.
more of a mystique to them than what they do now. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like specifically like fans, they'll look at people, artists or celebrities, and they just look at them like, he ain't shit, because they can see everything they got going on. Back in the day, a big artist was a big artist. I feel like that mystique
It
is
didn't
what
matter.
is
Yeah.
kind of what carried them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before social
Only
media
time you
really
see them like on TV,
opened up.
like
I'm
MTV
sorry?
cribs and shit.
You know,
Anytime
shit
you
like
really
that.
see
I feel like the only time you will see celebrities doing anything was MTV or anytime on the television, maybe the radio.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? You never could really just go on the phone and be like,
What are they doing?
on? What he doing?
Nowadays with the
Hey,
whole
I do that
everything
too. Like you couldn't do
YouTube,
that.
You see a lot more.
Nowadays,
People's
that's what
lives.
fans like, bro. Fans like doing that shit. Like fans like looking at their favorite celebrities or their favorite artists and being able to relate to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Feel like they can connect to them. Connect to them through things they relate to, things they have in common. You know, oh, he has a family just like mine. Like that's that's crazy. That's cool. Like he, I don't know. Obviously it varies depending on who you're talking about, but
Yeah, people want to know you're a real human going through shit, not a fucking robot.
Yeah, man.
I also feel like fans just have higher expectations these days.
But I was gonna say,
they're not playing
and
that.
internet transparency is. I was telling these people in season 1 is everything. Like if you haven't made a decision out of awareness that if I'm gonna be online, the number one thing I need to be comfortable with is everything's gonna come out.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever the fuck that means. So you either gotta accept who you are fully, and that's a duality. That's the dark and the light. And say, fuck everybody, this is who I am. Because the internet's going to go up digging it and looking it up. And if you're not ready for that shit going to break your ego, Yeah. So you got to be, you can't fake
I feel like
the
the
funk,
internet's going to try to break you regardless.
The internet's going to try to break you.
So it's like,
we were
you
just
be
having
ready.
that conversation in the car that, do you guys think, here's a good question then, do you guys think that Midland in general, the 432 area is ready for the internet?
I feel like they're trying to get ready. I feel like they're gearing up right now.
Because
I feel like it's getting, like they're getting hip to more shit.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
It's part of Midland growing,
Yeah.
I've seen everything else grow. I feel like I got to grow too.
Honestly,
you guys
I'm
are
so-
carrying the wave too,
I'm
man.
so
Just want to
glad.
FYI. Yeah, exactly.
I'm so glad.
appreciate it.
But
Appreciate it.
you guys do know that it's mostly like most of the people I'm going to have on here and interview, it's 25 and under. I mean, you guys are
20.
You see with
not
that,
letting
you see
know,
that though?
Yeah, hell
like,
yeah.
I just seen something about that. Like, this younger generation is like, the internet is a dark place, but boy,
It's making gold.
did it change the fucking game. We got
Facts.
people as young as
My
as
boy
him.
right here.
19, yeah,
doing
no,
what the
20.
fuck they need to do and
20.
like
20 years
holding
old.
shit down, taking care of it, like
truly.
and
Appreciate you.
And shout out my boy.
becoming
matter of fact,
something for real, like
Yeah.
successful. And
Truly.
it's like
Well, even from
that's
an
the
artist
internet.
standpoint, we have like XO Lil Sauce. I mean, that's a true. I mean, his management is
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
Who, which is one away from
Yeah.
TSF and all that. Like, that's a real fucking thing that happened to him over the last 3 years that we really hadn't seen from the ground up to that point, if that makes sense.
Nah,
So,
fact. Shout out, bro, too. Cause
Yeah,
I know he
yeah.
put in a lot of footwork himself too. Like he ain't really. I ain't gonna sit here and act like he ain't had no people around him, but I know for a fact, you know what I'm saying. Like he just kind of navigated his own way towards that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he is where he is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He
for
wasn't
being
worried about what
17.
nobody was saying.
he started.
17?
He started at 14.
He was young, bro. He was young.
When I had him on
Good
season 1,
night.
I remember
was
seeing
14.
him when I was 19.
10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
bro been putting in that work for real.
He had a
Like,
vision.
Yeah.
Shout out, bro.
He's still.
Boy,
I think
vision.
he's still in school. Sosa Santana, I didn't
That's
know was
right.
still in school. What do y'all think about
Yeah, that's
that
one of my
Midtown
clients,
tape?
bro.
That shit's hard, man.
You're one of my clients.
I just
feel
love that. I feel like a lot of the younger kids, and honestly, it's crazy to say that. I feel like we're still the younger kids.
No, y'all.
But
I wanna
feel
be the younger
I
kid
want to be
so
the
bad.
younger kids so bad
Times
again.
is
But it's
flying.
like
Times
the
is
younger
flying.
kids
Time's flying,
truly
man.
inspire me these days. Because it's
Yeah.
like, how the hell are you 17?
Yeah.
And you, what do you mean? Or like, how do you have a
They're
whole
hungry.
business? What do you mean? Like, that's
Shout out
crazy.
Clutch
Like,
Sneakers.
Yeah.
for real. So it's like, I feel like they inspire me too.
Well, EJ too, being 19 with Concrete Gallery, like that's a whole
Bro,
motherfucking
and I didn't even
vision
know
right
that
there.
until
He's
I
19?
started.
Yeah, he's 19.
Oh, he's 20.
20? Okay.
That
nice.
motherfucker
He's 20.
young.
But
That's what's up. I ain't know he was
the
that young.
co-owner, Nate, 19. So
Oh,
it's like
okay.
they
See?
inspire me.
Bro.
Because even if you go to the crib, EJ is not playing. He has every plan. He has a vision board. He has
Yeah, exactly.
planned out for his employees, for how he wants his employees to grow and be good people. And not
Yeah,
even for the
yeah.
store, but just better people.
Yeah.
To elevate ourselves, to make us grow, to help us get inspired.
Exactly,
So it's
exactly.
like, that shit's lit. I like that.
Well, it comes across
A
like
lot
that,
of
like he
people
knows
are-
exactly where the fuck he's going.
He knows exactly
you know?
what he's doing and where he's going.
I think going back to that, what we said earlier, that's why knowing who you are, you gotta know who you are, and stuff will be
Facts.
smooth after that. Like you don't have to force nothing.
Yeah.
And today,
Facts.
even going back, like we were saying, Migs, back in the day, you could almost fake the funk and be a successful, you know, rich and famous artist, but you can't fake the funk too long no more. Like, people don't want that shit no more.
Motherfuckers gonna catch on, bro.
People gonna catch on, man.
The truth gonna come to light.
Especially nowadays, you know, with the way motherfuckers on the internet, bro. Bro, if you got a mole on the back of your Achilles and you wearing Nike socks all day, they gonna find out, boy, you got a mole on the back of your shit. Like, just because the internet just built like that, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right, bro. You can only fake the funk for so long. Like, that's why you gotta be yourself. So everything is smooth and just comes natural, like how you say, bro.
Yeah,
I think that was the biggest thing for me to learn too. I used to always have these talks with me, like, I don't know, like when I go perform, like what should I wear? Like, I don't want to have to like be this like, you know, like for me as an artist, I love when, who can I say? I hate to say it, but like Kehlani, you know, she goes on stage and whatever the fuck she want to wear. She don't have to be half naked or, you know, whatever. She wear kind of exactly what the fuck I got on. Just, you know, insane. Like, that's what I want to do.
I already know she fly.
You know? I already know she fly. She don't got to do, you know? And I used to feel like that. And I feel like that's just because people made me feel like that. Just because it's like, oh, you look like this and we just see you doing this and this. But it's like, that's not what the fuck I want to do. You know, like, I want to be, I just want to be authentic. I don't want to put on this facade because then when I make it, I'm going to have to keep up that facade. I don't want to do that.
So have you guys can each answer this, have you guys felt whether it was your immediate circle or somebody you just met, your parents or them trying to like have you adopt their way and be like, you should probably, and then you're like, nah, I know what I'm doing. Like, nah,
I feel like, especially since not a lot of singers come from Midland.
Yeah, not a lot.
I feel like, I hate to say, I feel like I'm the only female singer that's like from who I know.
You're the only female singer.
You know? So it's like, I'm always around a lot of men. So it's they always, some of them try to get me, you know, to move how they move or do how they do or try to, you know, and it's like, nah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. Like, I know, you know, and I'm not.
You know what's funny? I was telling somebody earlier, just the irony I'm going to divulge to. It was like, I was kind of talking a little bit about you. I was like, well, Kehlani knows she's been a star since she was 15. I'm like, I remember having early conversations with her and her mom, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, okay. I need to tighten up. Like,
okay. Mama wasn't playing.
Nah, she wasn't. No, Mama wasn't playing. Exactly. And so this whole time, like, speaking of your journey, you know, you dropped that Can't Be Friends, and that shit was fire. Holy shit. Yeah,
debut video over 250,000 views. Exactly. Going crazy. Make sure y'all check that shit out, matter of fact.
Shout out Kehlani.
That still is like so insane to me. Like when people say it, it's like, oh shit,
I'm telling you, she's the hardest out of Midland. I don't care.
Describe the process, because I know if you've been paying attention, you don't put out a lot of content as music wise. So, but when you do drop something, it kind of has that same effect. So describe this process leading up to this. Like, how did it all come about?
What's crazy is I wrote Can't Be Friends like 3 years ago.
Okay, damn.
And it was when I was working at freaking Target and I was on a 15-minute lunch break. And I was in my feelings. And I just wrote that shit in 15 minutes.
Holy shit.
And I went back in and I was like, damn. I think that was the fastest song I ever written. Like, it just came. Like, it was crazy. And then, you know, I sat on it because I do that with a lot of things. As we can see, I only have 3 songs on all platforms. But it took a minute. It took a year for me to even, hey, Miggs, okay, like, I got this song. Then I recorded and he's like, hey. And I'm like, I don't know, you know? Like, I don't know. And then I started showing it to, like, my mom, my sisters, my close friends. And they're all like, I got some that are crying. I got some that are like, bitch, how did you know? Like, how did you know what I was feeling? Like, how did, like, and I'm like, you fucking, like, what? Yeah. And they're like, drop it. And I'm like, I don't know. Bro, drop it. And my friends started threatening me. If you don't drop it, I will leak this shit. I'm going to leak it,
yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, let's not catch a lawsuit. So let's, you know? Yeah. So I released it and it,
did his thing.
I was.
I did exactly what I thought it was going to do.
And the visual was perfect. It was such a good.
And I had a whole different visual, but I couldn't I had way too. I was going further than what I could do.
I got you.
At the moment, like I be having a vision. Okay, I just couldn't have my vision come to life at the moment. So I went with my second, gut feeling. It was just like, this song is very chill. Let me not do a video to where we're forgetting about the lyrics or forgetting about the meaning of the song. Because sometimes videos you're so like, oh, what's going on in this video, and you're forgetting about the lyrics. So I wanted the video to kind of match the vibe. That's why it's like dark and it's like, but it still has light. It's still pretty, but it still has that mood. So we did it in,
fire.
Where I'm most comfortable, the studio.
Yeah.
And I had my close friends that threatened me in that video, and it was so cute and it was so fun.
That's what I like. I do like watching play out is like the circles where everybody's in, and you catch a glimpse of like Eli on your stage as the hype man for your tour. That shit was dope, man.
Hey, every show. I told him every show.
Yeah,
we popping out, man. Mm-hmm. For sure. It's just,
that boy done open up for Mexican OT.
It takes time though to define shit like that. Like I always knew Eli was gonna be my sound guy because for one, he runs most of the sound, most of my sound on most of my shows anyway.
Okay.
But when we had a full crowd, it kind of like opened both of our eyes to like, okay, this is what we supposed to do with it. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Rather than him just hook my sound up and go to, because we not used to sold out crowds, bro. You know what I'm saying? We used to go to little ass showcases or whatever's going on around here, and then, it is what it is. But even then, some of the people who go up there and support the artists, all the artists who go up there and support, they just dry as fuck, bro. You see what I'm saying? So when we got on the motherfucking stage with a full sold out crowd and motherfuckers showing energy anyway.
Yeah, that boy Eli hyping the crowd up.
I'm telling you, the first show in Midland was cool for sure. Like I did what I was supposed to do. I didn't really have Eli up there that much. Yeah. The second show, we was like, bro, we know what you about to do though. You know what I'm saying? And sure enough, bro, he's make some fucking noise, whoop-de-whoop,
I love Eli. He gonna do it every time.
Whatever, whoop-de-whoop, like, and he really making that bitch move.
Yeah, fair.
You see what I'm saying?
Though, like the first one, I feel like it was kind of just getting everything together.
Yeah, the
second one got better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the more we did it, the more we learned how the show was supposed to go. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like exactly.
Learn my set list a lot better. Learn what I'm saying in between the songs, like learning what to say during what song, like
crowd engagement,
all types of shit. Crowd engagement. You know what I'm saying? We all really learned that type of shit just doing the shit.
Having to do it.
Experiencing the shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Now I feel like anytime, bro, just put me in front of a sold out crowd. We're going to do what we're supposed to do.
So what was something that you came to become aware of after experiencing it that you weren't aware of before? Like were you saying
exposure.
Okay.
I always kind of looked at like opening up for anybody who just wouldn't do me any good. You know, and I was completely wrong, bro. Like especially like if it's the correct crowd. Like if I can target the correct crowd, like in that instance, it was that Mexican OT's sold out show at La Hacienda. So I'm sitting here thinking,
how many people was that anyway?
So La Hacienda has a 4,000 capacity.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I know for a fact they let shit pass.
Bro, I was looking at videos. I'm like,
even on the second story, you could see they were like this, bro.
Man.
Like sardines.
Believe it or not, though, San Angelo and Lubbock shit on my city, bro. I love my city.
It was
shit on Midland, Odessa. Like the energy was just crazy. San Angelo went to crazy. Lubbock was definitely cool.
Yeah.
Lubbock was lit. I didn't think I was prepared for what happened in San Angelo. Like, the videos and everything don't even do no justice, bro. Like the videos look cool and shit, but compared to like the experience, like going there, even my cameraman was like, bro, shout out Visual Pros. He's like, bro, that was probably the funnest thing I've ever experienced shooting this shit.
Hell yeah, man.
And I was sitting there thinking like, bro, that was probably the funnest shit I've ever done performing. Like,
was that a last minute, decision to go on that tour, or was it planned? Yeah.
So the Hacienda show was definitely not last minute. It kind of played out last minute just because of the way, resource everything, the way shit was going, but it worked out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then the next day, that same night, the promoter was like, hey, bro, we got 4 more sold out shows. We got one in Amarillo, Plano, Lubbock, San Angelo. He said after that, I won't have OT until after the new year, whatever. He's going to continue to do his shit. He's like, but if you want anything on any of those shows, let me know. He said, tomorrow we're going to be in Amarillo. Okay. Talked to everybody else. We couldn't make that one. Next was I think they went in Plano. And after that, it was the Lubbock and San Angelo. By the time I had got with my people then, my boys, my sponsorship, shout out Clubs, bro. Really sponsored the show. I'm not even going to see a cap. Like, bro, made shit happen.
That's dope.
Like, I'm not gonna sit here
go.
cap, like, for real. Like, that's why I say, like, the team is important, bro.
Yeah.
Without my boy, like, probably wouldn't have went that way. Would have cut it off at La Hacienda. Like, that's just facts, bro. But, you know, whenever the next morning, bro hit me up, San Angelo, what's up? Or Lubbock, what's up? Bro was like, nigga, you really want to go? I'm like, bro, you want to go for real? I was like, yeah, let me see what Eli talking about. Eli good, whole team ready to go. Send that money. Sent the money, go to Lubbock. Same shit. That same night, San Angelo, you want to go? Eli, you could go? We going. Sent the money. Like,
yeah, it always helps. Like we were talking about out there, the resources part that's missing. It always helps if you have a group of friends around you willing to do that. Like with you recorded at Can't Be Friends at MIGG's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then who shot the video? I can't remember.
Mikey Mike.
Okay.
Shout out Mikey Mike.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And me.
and he did. Yeah, Miggs was on. He was over there taking my best pics. Really, my pics that I posted for Can't Be Friends. That was me.
Oh,
he really ate down on that camera. I was like, okay.
Nice. Okay.
So
but that was the shit I was telling you earlier though. Like if the roles were reversed, if the roles were switched, tables turned, and she got to be the star, or bro got this show coming up, I'm gonna make sure I'm doing whatever I can, get on my knees and in my hands, make sure everything good. I'll be there shooting pictures. I'll be there holding lights. I'll be there doing whatever I need to do, throw a t-shirt, whatever we got to do. I'm there. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact my team would do the same shit for me.
Yeah, you can do it on your own. You know, what's up, baby? Oh, shit. What's up, man?
My boy Mel, too. Like, vice versa. Like, same shit. Like, the shows and shit wouldn't happen without Mel, too. Like, you know, it's the team. Ultimately, it's the team. You know, it takes time to build and develop a team that really, truly care, believe in you, and vice versa. Once you find them type of people, bro, you locked in.
Was it any type of battle in your head about allowing that because you personally know JD, you know, to allow that dynamic?
Honestly,
did you push back a little bit or anything?
No, honestly, I resisted it a lot more whenever I had the wrong people around me.
Okay.
It became naturally a team whenever I had the right people around me. People who saw what I was doing, the people who really helped without me asking. And now I just turn around, I'm like, damn, I got a fucking team.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize we was building a team until we all started doing shit for each other and started benefiting each other and
passing
really,
the ball around, you know.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Somebody gonna score.
You know, I feel like the problem was before was I was intentionally looking for a team. Who can I use for this and who can I?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Instead of it naturally happening the way it did,
just keep doing your thing.
The way it has, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Because I was just, you know, it was always. I'm not gonna sit here and just say, excuse me, goddamn. I'm not just gonna sit here and say that it was always just me. You know what I'm saying? Because I of course, I had some supporters and shit, you know, that I may have pushed away because I thought I could do it myself. And when I started looking for the team, that's when I started moving with the wrong intentions.
Yeah.
No, who can I make a part of my team? Who can, you know what I'm saying?
Kind of force something, maybe.
Instead, I have the people around me this whole time. You know what I'm saying?
It's so natural.
And it happens so naturally, bro. These people just love me and I love them. They want to see me win. I want to see them win. And as long as we have the same pure intentions, bro, it couldn't nothing go wrong. Even when shit go left, we gonna look at it. What the fuck we all about to do about it?
Yeah.
What we doing?
Facts, bro.
Like, I think, you know, you just gotta move with good intentions, bro, because I feel like a lot of people I just see through the bullshit a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people just be doing shit with intentions that aren't necessarily the purest. It's just to benefit them. My boy, goddamn me. Will you hand me that one?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
You can take a drink of that big old thing. Somebody break the ice real
quick. We all finna pass it around.
Zoom in.
I wanted to say this because I don't think people realize how hard it is. With me, like, I never really knew.
We'll get another sit in a minute.
To this day, I be feeling like I don't have a team, you know? But it dawned on me recently when I was like, you know, who's my team? You know, I have my person that really helps me with everything. Like, this is my team right here. But then when it came to, like, we got Mel that, you know, just be coming up to me with ideas too. And then we got people that, you know, he's introduced me to that, you know, fuck with me and show me love and, you know, shit like that. And I think that's very important, you know, especially for people that are striving for the same thing, you know, and it's like.
It's all a journey, man. Like, that's why I say, like, I didn't even realize I had a team until just recently like that, bro.
Well, you can tell the difference, too, when somebody does get a group of people around them and then the blossoming or whatever you want to call it that happens after, you know, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Like this right here, you know, even though it's outsourced, Ryan is still part of the team for In the Loop. Like this couldn't be possible without him, or Element 14 or, you know, JS Studios. Do you know the name was INDA? And the guy who created the logo for me said, "Hey man, don't do that." He's like, "Put the "the" in there." So if it wasn't for him, I'm like, that was worth $10,000. I mean, the logo is only $200, but to that little bit of a difference like mattered.
Honestly,
so even without him and that
because
suggestion,
I can't see it as that.
oh yeah, no, exactly. When
I'm
it
like,
happened,
damn.
Definitely gave you a more professional look. With
that
Yeah.
logo, somebody else, you know,
And I like
created
how you,
it. The Infinity, yeah.
You know, that's
But,
kind of what it come down to, bro. Like just finding the right people and
until-
eventually
yeah.
building a relationship with them.
I was gonna say, until you actually build a team around you, you might have to outsource it, but still find the people that are gonna add value and
Because
you know,
I
help you
think
grow.
even if it's outsourced, bro, it's like we still coming together to make something. You see what I'm saying? And ultimately, if we continue to do this, I continue spending money with you, and you continue helping me. However the relationship may work, as long as we continue to get what we both want, and we build something out of it, we gonna lock in, bro.
So how do you feel, man, what you've done over the last year? Because we haven't even talked about the Cap G feature. That visual looked hard as fuck. And then you went out to, I don't know, it was Austin or Houston or whatever. You know, so you got a lot going on, man. And then you just got off this tour that you briefly talked about. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of details in there. Did you guys vlog any?
We got, bro, I'm telling you, Visual Pros. Shout out Visual
Okay.
Pros. I'm talking
I
about,
want
bro.
to see that whole
should
vlog, man.
like,
I
put
tell him,
that
bro, like
out.
record
Vlog
everything,
on
bro.
YouTube,
Like that's
yeah.
what I'm paying you for. Like
That would
come
be
through, and he gonna do his job, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got all the footage.
And
This
people
is
love
free
vlogs.
game. If some of y'all, I'm not gonna tell you who
love
because
it.
I'm not gonna give it to you, but some of y'all, if you just vlogged, it would be everything you need. It would be the missing piece for you.
Yeah.
But you got to get used to whatever that is or not.
yeah, for sure.
Talking to the camera,
Talking
being
to
in
the
front.
camera.
That's
Yeah,
why it
and
was hard
it's so
for me.
strange.
Like, do you guys
Vlogging
do
is
you guys not follow any
weird.
live streamers? You guys
I
into
do.
that?
I don't watch them.
I
No.
do.
I
Like
personally don't
YouTube?
watch them.
Yeah,
I watch
like
a
Kai,
whole lot of vlogs. I watch streamers. Yes, it's practice for me
Gotcha. Yeah,
because
let's go.
I want to like dibble dabble and
I don't
like
be
with the
watching no live
vlogs
stream.
and
I don't be
No.
watching vlogs
like
or live
that.
streams. A lot of it just due to time. You know,
I
and I
got you.
I'm real quick to lose interest in shit, bro.
What do you
I
think
ain't
about
gonna
the
lie.
whole, as an artist today, like you're saying back in the day, you were just, you know, either played on the radio, sell a CD or something, and then people have an idea of who you are, but not really who you are. And then social media kind of demands, you know, people to show themselves completely. Like, how do you feel about that as an artist? Like,
You know, I guess that comes back into like the mystique. You know what I'm saying? You hear an artist that you're not familiar with at all, don't know what they look like or nothing. And if you genuinely fuck with a song, you'll be like, damn, all right, cool. What's this called? Whoop the whoop, whatever, whoop the whoop. You may or may not add it or whatever, but it's there. If you hear it again, you're gonna be like, hey, matter of fact, you know what's going on. And slowly they start becoming more familiar. So they went from attraction based off the mystique to liking you for you now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's been a couple artists where I'm like, bro, this hard. Had a mystique for them for a little bit because I still don't know who they are. But I fuck with them and I start digging through their shit and I'm like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But it could go either way. It could go, I really fuck with this dude, or it go, it's cool. You know, it's never the same. It just depends on who you talking about and what artist you talking about or whatever. But I feel like a lot of it just, that's the mystique that I'm talking about too. Is like whenever you hear shit and you're just not familiar with it, but you like it, you're going to want to dig a little deeper like, what else he got too?
Facts.
And nowadays, you're going to figure out what kind of, you know, I wouldn't even necessarily say you're going to figure out what kind of person they are, but you kind of
you get an idea.
get a lot more,
Better
a little more
better
insight
look,
on
yeah.
what they
that
let
first
you see.
It's almost like that first impression as an artist. So, like, for example, the only way I'm think of an image, like, contrasting it is, I wasn't a fan of D-Man, you know, that rapper
Shit.
D-Man. And
It's
then
'cause
when
I
he
didn't know when
did
it
switch to
did that.
country, I'm listening to everything now. Whatever he's got, now I'm going to follow the whole fucking journey. I'm like, I fuck with that. Like,
did
that shit.
take one.
And it
Sorry.
just fit with him and, like, knowing his story over the last few years. So it's like, oh, shit. So some people, they may not have that, but you got to have that, whatever that is, so that people can want to consume even more. What was the hardest thing for you doing that tour, man, like putting together? Like your show set. So I know a little bit, like, I know you had to do a show set. How long was it?
They gave me 15 minutes slot.
Damn, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I think the first show at La Hacienda
That's
was
a long
only supposed to
time.
be 10.
Okay.
But I didn't know that. I can't, you know, because the way I do my shows, bro, And it's a big reason why I charge people to perform too, is because I rehearse a week ahead of time.
It's a whole.
I'm getting Eli to
process.
come down after he gets off of work at 7:00 p.m. He's still coming at 9:00 after he gets ready and shit, and we're still staying till 2 in the morning rehearsing.
Yeah.
What should I say? What should I do? Whoop de whoop. Like, you see what I'm saying? And you know, it takes a lot, bro. Like, it's a lot of preparation that people don't really understand. Cause I know most motherfuckers is used to going on stage and like. And for me, it's like it's a lot more than that, because I know my music is, to me, it means a lot more to me than that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna display it with less magic.
Yeah.
If I don't have Eli, I feel like it just loses the magic. I could dry ass jump around on stage and shit, but
you care about it. You treating it with
I care about it. I want to put on an
respect.
actual show, regardless if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes. It don't matter.
It's what you
See what
love
I'm
to
saying?
do.
But
Shit.
you know, that's about how serious we take the shit, bro. We gonna put in the work, and it's gonna be a team effort every time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna bring all my people out there for free either. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna have Eli come off of work, working in the oil field, get back in Midland at 7 after driving all day for free.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Love my boy too much to do that to him.
So
you know what I'm saying?
That's another question I have. As you guys are becoming, and I don't want to say it like this, like you weren't, but as you're becoming more legitimate, with more credibility, do you ever think about the money conversations?
No.
I do.
Probably. I don't.
What you mean?
Personally, I do.
I should, but I don't.
It depends. What depends where you at though. Like,
Depends
where
are
you at.
you aware that what you're doing is a commodity that people are paying for, right?
Yeah.
And so, what does that look like? So I had a conversation with Lennon and the guy JJ Swinging on the Block, and we're talking about what if you knew that going on, let's just say, for reference sake, on a podcast, but you knew that if you go on that podcast, this viral moment's going to happen, and that turns into $50,000. So you go before the guy and you say, look, man, before I go and do this, here's what the split's going to look like. Most people, they were saying, oh, I wouldn't work with that guy. I'm like, I wouldn't work with you if you don't want to have that conversation, because the money conversation is the hardest one.
Yeah.
But if you got a bag off it and I came to you after and said, hey, I think I'm due a little bit, you're going to feel some type of way. So I like to have those conversations at first. And it's not like, so as an artist, I want to ask, are you aware of that? And then, do you have those conversations, or is it hard for you to have a money conversation with somebody, whether it's on the front end or the back end, or in an agreement of exchange or something like?
In my opinion, it just depends on what it depends on what you have, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, in this case scenario, like this specific case scenario, this is as legit as it gets, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really admire what you do with this.
Oh, you talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, like, I'm saying in this specific scenario, to that question, like, I wouldn't mind. I don't think money conversations are necessary, because I feel like if you keep going at the rate that you're going, regardless of what people think or regardless of anything, it's gonna do something, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I look. Like, I feel like I'm willing to sacrifice this time regardless, because I know you're gonna go somewhere with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And in my opinion, that doesn't need a money conversation. But if we just talking about like a dry ass, like, bro, come to my party this weekend, and it's like,
that's what I mean. Like,
you got to bring up some. You got to bring up some
Money
entertainment. You know what I'm saying? You would pay anyone else.
Yeah.
You got to pay me and my people, because you got to realize as well. Not you, but I'm saying, like, whoever's trying to acquire the business, they have to realize that we coming with it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come with the team. We have people involved in it. It's not just me just pulling up by myself and my homeboys and we get drunk with y'all and whoop de whoop.
Yeah.
No, bro, we there to work. Like, we there to do shit.
With this tour, was there any type of, like, even unofficial or official agreements, like, hey, conduct yourselves this way, like anything?
Nah,
like,
hell
no,
nah.
it was just show up,
Nah,
pay the
shout
fee,
out.
and
I ain't gonna lie, shout out B-Don.
Sweet, okay.
And Travis, because they, it wasn't nothing completely organized like that. But as soon as we got there, they knew what the fuck was up. They had this and they had that, and if something was off, they looking for me, they looking for everybody, they looking for Mel. Hey, this was going on. Shout out Jock, bro.
Shout out
Jock the manager, real talk.
Manager.
Like,
that makes a big difference.
It's who you know, bro. Sometimes, like, a lot of the times when I do shows and shit, they're just kind of all over the place, bro. You'd be surprised. There'll be some people, I'm not gonna say no names, but it's just like you look at them to some extent. You have some respect for them. You see what I'm saying? And then you see how they do business and how they do shit and how they run shows. You're like, bro, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, that's what I mean. And your
picking.
era, again, going back to the 25 and under, man, y'all ain't taking no shit. So it's like, and you're quick to this whole even the culture of ghosting or whatever is like normal.
Okay.
It's like bye, like
Bye.
life
Gotta
goes
go.
on, you know. So it's very. I see it like people who are older. I guess my age and older is like they're very uncomfortable. But it's like, dude, you got to know who you are, what you do, what you're about, and then say fuck it. You either rock with me or you don't.
That's what it is.
know?
If you don't want to pay, that's fine. I understand. I'm not mad. Like I'm not mad at you, bro.
At the
You know
end
what
of the day,
I'm
the
saying?
show goes on.
At the end of the day, someone's gonna pay.
Okay.
Somebody gonna pay.
So,
and if it's not now, it's gonna be later.
With you, Kamaya, with the video and the success of it and everything after that, because you literally went from like, I don't know, I could be guessing, but because I try to pay attention, but I thought it was like less than 100 subscribers on YouTube to 5,000.
5, 6, yeah.
You know,
Big
with
Kamaya.
one fucking
The big one, not the little one.
That was
Not
the little one.
shit
How
blew
was
my
that?
mind. I was
Because
really
it went to
confused.
2,000 like fast.
Yeah, I was really confused.
I wasn't.
I woke up
Oh yeah.
and
me
my
neither.
sister had
I
texted me.
knew.
She was like, "Have you seen your video?" And I was like, "No." Like I was kind of scared to look. Like YouTube scares me, and you know,
Okay.
just like I don't know how I would have felt if nobody really had seen it. I
Yeah.
probably still wouldn't. You know, I love the song, but you know, it's like I don't know. I think when it did do it, like I was scared. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
it
"What the fuck is
the very
happening?"
next day, or was it like a few?
It was
weeks and
like
days?
it was weird because the first day it probably had like 100 views, and I was like, okay, that's still
I
at the time
watched
for
it.
me that was still good. I'm like, okay, bet, you know, they looking
Yeah.
at it, you know, they hearing it. 3 days later, I don't be getting notifications on my phone. I have that shit turned off. I go on my YouTube studios, and I just see the stats,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I go to the numbers, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
What was
Yeah.
it at?
It was like at 20K.
Yeah.
And then it's like as the days went on, they were listening more
Yeah.
and more and more. And it was like the first week, okay, 20K views. The next week, we got 40K. The next week, 50K. The next week, 100K.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? I was so confused. And I was like, what does this mean? Like, what is about to, like, please don't let this be my moment because I don't even know if I'm ready. I'm scared as fuck. Like, I was so
get that.
scared. I was like, Mom, what does this mean? Like, what do I do? Like,
Yeah.
do I need to do something? Like, and she's
Well-
like, I don't know. None
Right.
of us were prepared for this. And like, I didn't
That's
know what to do.
I was having that conversation with somebody the other day. They were talking about the success of this one piece of content they had,
Yeah.
and I said, "What did you plan? What are you doing with everything that's happened now?" And they're like, "I don't know what to do with it." I'm like, "Oh, you didn't plan? Like, what if this does what it
You
does?
gotta keep popping it.
Like, you got to keep
Yeah.
like." So
You
I
gotta keep
tested
popping
it. I painted an image for them. So it's like having 10,000 people waiting for you to perform on stage, and you don't have the next act.
Yeah.
When you don't have like, what are they coming for? You know.
With that, it's my biggest fear is like, if I put out another song, is it going to do what that did? And I even had this conversation with Mix. He's like, but you can't think like that.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
You just gotta
that's
do
just
it.
because they
Drop
like
some more
that
shit on
song.
them.
Well,
that
think-
song spoke to them.
I think
but
also-
even if it did do less than that, it's fine.
Yeah, I think also we forget that we used to wait for albums a whole year, 2 years.
Yeah.
We used to wait for, singles. So I think today I see a lot of artists wanting to quantity over quality. And even if something sits for a year
want
before you drop
quality.
something else, who cares?
I want
Like,
quality. And I've never cared about
Let 'em chomp at the
quantity
bit.
over quality.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Can't Be Friends was worked on for 2 years.
yeah, exactly.
That's quality.
That's why it's
and that's why
exactly.
it did what it did.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
Platt was
though
talking about.
until, I released it and it did what it did. And I was like, okay, that's why I sat on it for so long. That's why I fixed it and tweaked it and, because this was the one to do that.
Well, and the backstory too is if you're watching this and you don't know her, your backstory is started off in open mics. Well, I don't know before
Yeah.
that, but it was in open mics, and then you went to American Idol a couple times, and then
The Voice about 5. America's
so
Got Talent when I was in like 6th grade.
you see,
Baby, I've been doing this shit for so long. It's
Exactly.
like, it's crazy because even like with the open mic stuff, I used to perform in OD for 2 hours for $30.
Yep.
Just to sing.
Come
Just
on,
let me show
man.
y'all something. Like, that's all I need to do. I would do it every Friday. And then after COVID happened, I didn't perform until that first show down the street from his
Oh, yeah.
crib. And that was the first time I had came back to performing. And it was weird. Like, people were like, hey, we ain't forget about you.
Exactly.
Like, I was like, damn, like, but that's crazy because they never have. Like, in Midland, everybody always have known, like, you're going to make it. You're a singer. You do this. You, like, it's always been very apparent what I do here. You know what I mean? I love that. Because it's like, they are waiting.
Have you ever heard that people see it before you do?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like, sometimes people are gassing you up, but sometimes it's like, oh, I need to listen. Like, that's 3 or 4 people that have already said.
I was at a voice audition.
Oh, you got to see it in yourself too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of what helps too, though, bro. Is because like I'm my biggest critic, so like a bunch of the music I make just goes straight to the basura, bro. Like, straight. You know what I'm saying? And some of the shit I play back and it's hot, bro. But you know, especially like when I very, very first started releasing music, which was on SoundCloud back in like 2015.
Those were the days.
I'm talking about, bro. I would listen because I was so excited to just record something, bro. And I heard myself. I recorded this shit, and they played it back. I'm like, bro, this shit sucks. And everyone around me like, bro, you so hard.
But
like,
at the time, that was it.
Yeah.
Like,
but you see what I'm saying? Like, even though they said that, like, I truly, genuinely felt like, bro, this shit is whack. Like, I could spit. I got bars, but I sound stupid.
Do you listen to anybody from the city besides your own stuff?
Just my people, bro. Really just my people. Bands,
Jaden's going hard right now, man. I'm a fan of Jaden right here, man.
Bars, Saucy. There's a whole bunch of people out there, but that I probably, you know what I'm saying. But other than the circle, bro, not really. I ain't gonna lie. I try listening to that shit, turn that shit the fuck off. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, a lot of this shit just. I
just feel like a lot of people get lost when it comes to the music scene down here.
A lot of it too is just the attitude.
Don't do it just because someone else is doing it.
For me, it's
the attitude.
Yeah,
for me, it's the attitude on these people, boy. Like I don't know. It's just
you people.
It's just the way that people just hold themselves. Their first impression, everything is just like that shit matters to me, bro. So when I see you out here showing your ass, and you don't need to be showing your ass, bro. Like doing the most or just saying the most as if your shit don't stink. It's like, bro.
Yeah.
You know, there's a big handful of motherfuckers out here like that, bro.
That's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest problem. Motherfuckers come out here like your shit don't stink, bro. Then I'm gonna look at you like your shit extra stinky, boy. Like you
hiding it. You hiding it, man.
You feel me? Like it's just
you only
like
get one time to make a first impression.
Oh yeah,
you know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
When that's the first impression, it goes to like something how Miggs is saying, like.
And I'm sure some people would say the same shit about me, bro. To be honest, like I'm at the point where I've been doing this for so long, bro. I don't need to sit here and explain myself to anybody or make anybody understand about shit. I'm gonna come here. I'm acting the way I am because I've been doing this shit for as long as I've been doing it, bro.
What else do y'all think about? What do you think about the whole scene happening now? Because there has been a big difference from 2 years ago till now about what's happening. Even just a year ago till now.
I feel like
how do you guys feel?
People with the same minds are.
I feel like
coming together.
Yeah.
I feel like even the people that I felt like what I just told you about the music. I feel like the people who were doing that shit a couple years ago, they showing it. They starting to show their shit. Like they starting to prove me wrong even. You know, well, so shout out to them.
Even in season 1, I knew it was only time was only the missing factor. So yeah, you could be generating an audience or attention at that point, but in 3 years, let's see. And what's played out is played out for a reason. Like it's mostly everybody I had on there, and it's like holy shit. Like what Chris Aguilar's doing, the circles Damas Christian is in. I mean, again, D-Man. There's so much shit happening. Yeah, do what?
That boy, Tomas.
Definitely.
He can sing. And I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that till, I think, earlier this year. I was like, where have I been?
Who's this?
Tomas. He's like, what, is he like a country? Like,
yeah, country.
He's like...
Tomas.
It's like Mexican country.
Oh,
like,
see, bro, I'm over here in my head, I'm over here Thomas Christian. Like,
Thomas Christian.
Nah, shout out to boy too for sure. Nah, he cool. He definitely cool people. I see him in public. He good people.
So there's a lot, there's a lot that's played out over the last 3 years. What do you think, man? You know, you incorporated performances at your Stack Sneaker show. What do you think about what's being played out and the artists? Like the artists that you had, that's like a fucking lineup. I'm like, how the fuck you make that happen? Like,
me,
holy
Carla,
shit.
Jaden, Saucy, the team, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really had just mainly the team. Some other people too. But
That was
think
iconic,
it's great.
man. Like,
I think it's great. Everybody popping their shit how they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I think it's great.
Hey,
it helps everybody.
I think
bro.
it's lit to collide the worlds.
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
Yeah, no, that was fire, man. It was
Because a lot of celebrities that you see, they be doing the vlogs of going to the sneaker stores and picking out their sneakers. I think that's
that was a day of
that's
content.
a cool way to collide the worlds.
for sure.
I like that.
Facts. Even had a live podcast there.
I know that shit was. Shout out to Lennon, Good Time Podcast.
Yeah.
So
you were there on the podcast.
Oh
weren't
yeah.
you?
I had to go see it all play out because the whole entire thing. I'm like, I've never seen this before. I gotta go see how this feels.
Yeah.
My
It just makes me
youngin'.
feel good, bro. Everybody doing their own thing. I know Lennon got a lot of good clips
Yeah,
off
man,
that.
he got a shit
dropped
ton.
the podcast with all the interviews and stuff like that. That helped him a lot.
My
Yeah.
youngin' doing shit, bro. My youngin' right here doing shit, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Like,
Yeah, we're ready for the next one.
Yeah.
I say ain't nobody clutching
Yeah.
like clutch. You
It's
feel
gonna be
me?
good, man.
Real
Nobody
talk.
clutching
The
like
next
clutch.
one. I mean, I can't really say too much. It's kind of unofficial, but
Yeah, you can, man. Go
we
ahead.
got something in the works. We got something in the works.
This will drop in a
I feel like
couple
a lot
weeks,
of
it'll
people
be
ain't
fine.
gonna see this coming.
Okay.
Y'all gonna see it in a few months though. The first quarter of 2024 got some shit cooking up
Yeah.
for sure.
What's one thing you can divulge?
Like say about
As
the next
even
show.
vague, yeah,
Say
even
about
if
the
it's
next
vague.
show.
Just have us staying up at night thinking about it.
I
Literally.
don't know. People gonna have to pull up and see.
Shit. Okay.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna get something out, man.
He said, "Pull up and find
Uh,
out."
No.
Facts.
What's the next thing that you got working on as we're wrap this up? Come on.
I have I could drop an album if I
Okay,
wanted
okay.
to. It's I have in the next month.
Okay.
I will say
We got a whole bunch of shit coming from Kamaya.
a whole bunch.
Whole
of
bunch of sneaker shit coming from Clutch. Whole
A
bunch
lot
of
of
need,
merch, a lot of
whole
merch
bunch of
coming
need
from
more of
Clutch.
everything from me.
shit. Okay.
You feel me? Big
That's how
Blender
you
boy.
do
Hey, we got a whole bunch of shit coming. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, y'all gonna see.
2023 was just opening our eyes a
It's
little
dip
bit.
in
That's
the
about
water.
it.
A dip in the
Yeah, I
water.
think
we
so. I
jumping
think
in
for-
next year.
We had
I
our
think for
toes.
a lot of
We had our
artists,
toes
yeah.
in the pool. 2023. We about to dive in here
Hey, bro,
first.
can I
Okay.
get Mel real quick?
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna
Mel.
introduce him. Mel, come in real quick. While we wrapping it up. Appreciate you, JD. Oh shit, what's up, baby?
What's the deal, man? How you doing? You good?
Yeah, my brother slash manager right
Yeah,
here.
what's up?
Literally my
Hi,
dog.
Mel.
You don't know
man.
who's just
What's up with it?
sitting
How you
down
doing?
as TSA
Good,
Mel.
good.
Making shit
Man.
Man,
work.
let them know who you are, man.
Mel's
Man,
here.
I'm MIGG's manager.
The biggest blender
Kel's
boy.
manager. Jaden's manager.
Shout out to Jaden.
And De Niro Den. I work. You know, I do a bunch of stuff within the music industry. It's a blessing to be back in the loop. Shout out to Clutch. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us and helping us push this entire movement. It's a blessing to be back in here.
Yeah, I was happy for her to be in this circle, just FYI, and close to you, because
for
I was
sure.
like, oh man. I mean, I heard you guys told me early on, back in season 3 when I was going to the studio. They were telling me a little bit, and he was playing
It
me
was
some
only a
stuff.
matter
I'm
of
like,
time
oh
since
shit.
till I met him.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was only a
for
matter
sure.
of
Very
time.
talented. She's a very talented artist.
Thank you.
I feel like she's in a little bit different bracket than everything that we do, but I definitely respect everything that she has going on. And I mean, honestly, what can't you say? You know, the biggest video in this area this year. You know, if you're looking at numbers and stuff like that,
Exactly.
because people
What you talking
always,
about?
people
I didn't
always,
hear that.
The
Yeah.
biggest.
they
No,
always
the
want to be
biggest.
picked and discuss certain things, but you know, numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie,
you know?
man.
I mean, and I know sometimes within the music industry they can be
Fabricated.
Be a little
pegged and
fabricated.
Be
things
fabricated
like
for sure.
that, but you know, you
Not
got to
this
deal
one.
with facts. You know, that's one thing, and within the
Yeah.
music industry is honesty is going to get you where you need to go.
And the
So-
biggest numbers in the first week of
Oh,
release.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
good,
most definitely.
and that's just a testament of what's to come, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, but I was really excited to see you guys close together and working
Oh,
together,
yeah,
man.
for
Yeah.
sure.
So what I know you've been out here for a little while, man, but what's happened over the last year with quite a few artists, even the artists that you're managing? What are you most excited about, man? Watching this all play out.
Really just to see everything come to fruition, you know, but I mean, really just to see everything come to fruition, but I mean, you know, that's what hard work does. Eventually, if you continue to put the work in, you know, things will start adding up and things will start becoming and managing and, you know, just watching everything unfold. You know, I've been with Miggs for a while now, and, you know, his work ethic, you know, I tell artists that all the time, you know, when I'm in these rooms, in these different rooms with labels and stuff like that, numbers, views, all of those things can be built.
Right.
You know, it's work ethic that can't be taught whenever you're looking for an artist. And every room that I've been in, whether it been my colleagues, whether it be Nova, whether it be Jock, they all see the same thing that I see when I see MIGG, and it's work ethic. You know, it's consistency. It's, you know, it's those type of things. And that's with every one of my artists, whether it be bands, whether it be Dan. You know, I'm really hedging on him a little more right now because I need more out of him, whether it be Kels, whether it be WAP. You know, consistency is going to keep you there, you know, and that's what I try to tell every artist that I work with, even her as well. Like, but just, you know, continue to work until things make sense. I feel like the tour, all of the things that happened with Migs this year wouldn't have happened if he wasn't being consistent and if he wasn't working. Those things kind of align themselves. You know, like he said, a lot of it was kind of hearsay and by play, but, you know, once we got there, the respect that we garnered, the doors
the
that
character
opened
side
up.
of it.
Yeah, the doors that opened up and the things that happened, I feel like all of that only happened because of the work that he put in.
Happens
You know?
fast too.
Yeah.
Happens fast.
Oh,
You gotta-
yeah, it
I was
definitely
prepared
happens
too.
fast.
Like,
No, I was about to say it's the whole the harder you work, the luckier you get. But success is just when opportunity and preparedness meet.
Exactly.
That's it. And all you
Yes.
could do is prepare. And if you're not preparing and the opportunity presents itself, you're gonna fall on your ass because you know
for
you
sure.
missed it. Like, oh shit.
But outside of that, man, it's been a great year, bro. I mean, I try to get in these rooms and act like I'm so prepared and know what I'm gonna say. But I mean, outside of that, it's just been constant work. You know, they've really kept me busy this year, and I love it. You know, I love everything that I do, whether it be helping an artist get into a room or opportunity or anything like that. This is what I started managing for. This is what I started doing A&R work for, was to be in the position that I'm in now and behind the closed doors, pushing buttons, making things happen for artists. It's such a blessing to me. So
Yeah, as much
I don't
as-
take none of it for granted.
As much as what's happening for the artists, there's a lot happening for you and what
Oh,
you're doing,
yeah.
man. I bet you feel on top of the world. Shit,
yeah,
I
for
know I would.
For sure, man.
Nah,
For sure.
man. I've told you before, man. You're like what I look at. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to be. Like, I'm trying to be like Mel.
for sure.
Shit, for real.
A lot of respect between me and you, bro. I respect what you got going on in the loop. Like I said, every time I come up here, I see your platform consistently growing, you know, and it's just something that I can respect and something that I can. Right there, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Something that I can respect and I love it, you know, because this area needs it. You know, I tell artists that all the time, you know, like you said, and I was outside listening to you and you were like, man, the last couple of years, you can start to see this area consistently grow. And these are things that we need, you know?
Yeah.
You look up and I'm in a
platform.
bigger market in Houston. I move around and I'm in a bunch of different markets. I can't just even say Houston, but they have these things. So why not us? Why not here? You know what I'm saying? So I respect you with everything that you do have going on and the consistency and the continued growth. For sure.
Appreciate it, man. What have you seen out here that's missing for artists, like overall, man, like artist development that they could do? Even get some free game. Because you have a different perspective.
Okay,
So.
there's several different things. If I could just,
And if you and please give it to us like Frank, man.
work.
Mick said
The
it's
one,
simple.
put in the fucking work.
Mick said it's simple.
the social media platforms is one. Facebook is outdated. Facebook is a family app. I don't like when artists promote themselves on Facebook. Me as a manager,
as a brand.
I'm not looking for talent on Facebook. I'm on Facebook to see what my mom is doing. I'm on Facebook to see what my cousins are doing. I'm on Facebook to do those things. So branch out of Facebook. Get on Instagram. Get on TikTok. Get on the platforms that matter whenever it comes to music. The platforms that are impactful. Let me say that. The ones that really matter. The ones where you're gonna be seen by the higher ups, the people that need to see you, you know, because I promise you,
Yeah,
they're
the ones
not on
that matter.
Facebook. Yeah, they're not on Facebook. Let me think. Like he was saying, work ethic. Like I was saying, numbers, views, all of those things can be built once you get around the right type of people. So always be consistent in your work. Always work hard on your work ethic. Always push yourself to be consistent within what you have going on. Constant content. Those things are so much important
Content
right now.
marketing too, yeah.
Not everybody has a budget, you know, and I understand that, but find somebody, a cameraman that's willing to work with you, somebody that's willing to get behind the phone for you or get on the camera for you and not miss those moments. And that's one thing that I love about my artists, and they know that I'm not gonna miss a moment. There's not gonna be something that he's doing that that my phone, my camera, something's not working, you can ask Miggs yourself.
Oh, yeah.
They know. But you can ask bands, you can ask any of them. They know. I'm not gonna miss a moment. I'm not missing that. The content is so important, whether it be behind the scenes, like you said, and I know what you was getting at when you said that, like vlogging, like all of those things are now becoming so important because the fan wants to feel like they're a part of what you have going on.
Yeah, Ryan was telling Loki this last interview that the process is almost as important or more important than the final product and the actual song. It's the development of it that people want to watch and observe, man.
Yeah,
they love
for
that.
sure.
And as an artist, what are you gonna say? You can pout about it, or you can adopt it and be like, all right, this is the way the fuck it is. Like I'm gonna dominate then. Like just adopt it and accept it.
I feel like the best thing I did was embrace it, bro. Because it's kind of like everything else that I wanted in my life really bad. Whatever the fuck it was, I can't sit here and just pick it off the top of my head. But there's been plenty of times in my life where I wanted shit so fucking bad, bro. And I did everything I possibly could to get it done. By the time it was done, it was like,
damn.
well, now what?
Yeah.
Not even that it was too bad. It was just, well, now what?
Oh,
I have it. What the fuck happens now? Like, that's it. Like, I got it. Like, what do I do now? You know what I'm saying? I got to move on anyways. Life is going to go on whether I have it or not.
Truly, man.
You know what I'm saying? So if you just embrace the fact that, you know, you either have it or you don't, and you're going to do what you got to do and enjoy what you got to do. You see what I'm saying? Until you get it. Because once you get it, you're going to have it. Gonna be cool for a little bit, maybe like a week or so.
Then you're gonna be on to the next shit.
And you're gonna be like, damn, well, something else is missing. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you?
Shit goes on all the time.
What are you most excited about for artists out here, man? Because I know that there's always these pockets that pop up, right? And I really believe that we have a distinguishable sound that not only is hip hop wanting and they don't know that they need it, but I feel like it's something it's its own subsection, but I think it's gonna be more than that. Like, there's so much, and it's like a nuance. It's not like cookie cutter from the West Coast or from the East Coast or even Houston South.
We have our own sound.
There's something nuanced about it, and I'm like, bro, this is gonna be a hub. Like, I really believe it, man. What do you see, man? What do you see the big vision of what's happening out here?
Man, just like you said, just from where I started to where I'm at now, just, you know, I'm just excited for everybody because I do see growth. You know, that is the one thing that I can say back from when I was making music until now. You know, it's continued growth. I'm starting to see people like you pop up. Like, these are the things that we need in this area, you know, in order to help these people and these artists get to where they gotta go. But like you said, it's so many different things coming to the forefront, different sounds, different everything. So it's just it's really just a blessing to witness it all.
It is,
you
man.
know, like
It really is.
to watch it all come to the forefront. Back like what you had said before that too. Infrastructure is important too. When I was listening to Miz and I'm listening to Kamaya talk too, like, you know, having a team, you know, start somewhere, you know, get people who care enough about you and about the music to help you get to that next level. I feel like that's important too. You know, a lot of people lack vision. You know what I'm saying?
They really do.
A lot of people lack vision. So I'm just thankful for my team. You know, I look at Blender Boys as, you know, survival of the fittest. You know, we've lost people along the way. Everybody's not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And that's a part of the game. It's no hard feelings. Everybody who parted ways with us or doing something different, I wish them the absolute best. But, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, a strong team, and you got to know what a strong team takes. It's sticking together. It's not letting outside people have an effect on what you have going on. People are going to talk. You know, that's one thing in the music industry. People are going to talk.
Get used to it.
Yeah, you know, regardless of what's going
baby.
on, things are going to happen, and it's just all about knowing where you want to be and knowing where you want everybody else around you to be as well. That's what I feel like is so important.
It's also we got like 2 or 3 minutes. It's also, I believe that where I feel like some things are missing with developing that for yourself is you need people around you who's not gonna let you go off the fucking cliff. Like, like you are, even you specifically, Kamaya, like you're a superstar, and if you really. If people really believe that, you see superstars walking around with no security, and, you know, they're guarding everything. Hey, you think you should be there? hey, you think you should drink that much?
Yeah.
Hey, you think, hey, no, don't do that, you know, and let people do that for you because you got to protect the asset and you're the asset.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Most definitely.
Some things I see online where these artists are not here, but just in general, things are happening, and I'm like, where the fuck was their people at?
Yeah.
How the hell did they let them get in this situation and fuck their life up?
Just,
you know, like,
just like you're saying, you know, when you have that feeling, which I believe every artist should have that feeling. You know, if you making music, you should feel like that about yourself from the beginning. You know, if you feel like that and you got things in motion and stuff like that, you got to treat yourself like that. You know, everywhere you go to, whenever you were saying that about artist development and things like that, what they're missing. Like I told you the last time that I was on your show, Etiquette. You know,
exactly.
I'm working. The more we continue to grow, my plate gets bigger and bigger. I understand that artists want to be heard and stuff like that, but sometimes organically working is gonna attract the right people to you. Not just constantly blowing somebody up. Yeah, like hitting somebody. Oh, I feel like this is happening. I feel like y'all asleep on me. A lot of artists, I feel like nowadays have that problem, and it's not that nobody sleep on you. You gotta wake them up. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
It's not that nobody sleep on you. You gotta,
that's true.
you gotta do the right
Shit.
things to wake them up, because at the end of the day, I'm somebody that's tuned in. I'm always paying attention. I'm always paying attention.
You want my opinion.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm always paying attention. I'm not missing it. I didn't miss her. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We're always actively watching. So, you know what I'm saying? Man. Especially people like you too, I feel like, you know?
Oh, yeah, man.
We're always actively watching. So people got to get out of that mindset that somebody owes you something and go out and take what you feel like you're owed.
Yeah. And then the other side is you don't ever know who's watching. So like as it continues the evolution out here, you have no idea who's paying attention and what they can do for you. Like you sure you wanna post that? You sure you wanna okay, like we're just getting started.
It all boils down back to the E word, like I tell you, etiquette. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, but you know, look at the way they carried themselves in this room today and the respect that they have.
Bro. I really appreciate every time you guys come on because you guys have your own content and everything else, but this is like my way of really capturing something that I think is special and that we're going to be looking back 20 years from now like, holy fuck.
I can't wait to look back on this.
Like,
it's going to be like, hey, look at us. Look at us.
We're going to be here every time, bro.
For y'all, man.
We're going to be here every time.
For your age group.
5, 6, 7.
Especially you, I've known you since, 15 and shit, so it's like, I'm so excited for you guys. I'm so excited that collectively we're building something that you guys can utilize for yourself and create this life that I know you dream about. You know, let's just get down to it. Like, and this is an avenue for it. And you guys are doing fucking amazing.
Exactly.
Like, you guys are killing it, man. No, truly.
Thank you, bro.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But conducting yourself the correct way, knowing how to talk to people and things like that, that's going to take you so much further too. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's not only in situations like these, but when you sit down with a label, you don't want to go in there and sound like you don't know how to conduct business or you don't know how to talk to these type of people, because it's not going to be the same type of people that you may have been dealing with in the streets or in this or in a different particular field or anything like that. You know, respect.
Well, the industry is very nuanced too. So if you don't understand, again, how to conduct yourself in this space, it could cost you an opportunity. So
you also got to be teachable.
You
can't not.
Can't know everything.
You can't know everything.
Facts.
So as long as you're teachable and you have humility.
And especially like you were saying, this is a form of training, along with everything else, like the performances that you guys did, all those other things, that's all a form of training, because the only thing missing, like we talked about MIGG, is time. You guys have everything else, and you can't rush time. You just wait for time to catch up. So be excited,
patient, bro.
like,
be patient. Be patient and embrace the process.
We're just getting started.
It's always gonna be a process.
Appreciate you guys hopping on, having this conversation. Shout out to 40 Wolves again for the space. You can rent this space out, just FYI. Thanks for tuning in. This was episode 2. It was fucking legendary history. Let the people know. Let the people know where they can find you.
Kamaya on Instagram is Kamaya Love or Love Kamaya. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I be forgetting my handles all the time, but it's Love Kamaya or Kamaya Love. You can find me on there on all my social media platforms.
Don't get it right. Love.Kamaya. You know what I'm saying? You can find on Instagram at love.kamaya. You can find me on Instagram at the official MIGGS, the official MIGGS. You can find me on YouTube at Nemo Records. Man, shoot, we gonna be everywhere, man. Me,
Find me
Kamaya, the whole
New track
Blender
just
Boys.
dropped.
New track just dropped.
Yeah,
If you want to go cry one time, go click the link in my bio on that same Instagram and
Don't
go
let me
cut
go.
under the blankets and cry one time for me.
Okay.
Let's go.
You can find me on Instagram at _the_official Mel. Like I tell artists all the time, if you need anything, help with rollout, all of those things are so beneficial in the game right now.
Take it
Just
easy.
be mindful that I do got a lot going on. Don't ever think that I'm ignoring you, but hit my DMs. I'm always available. I'm always open to working with artists from West Texas because this is where I'm from. So it's good to go. In the loop, I appreciate you for having me back on here. I appreciate everything that you're doing for the artists. Like I said, bro, continue to be you, bro. For real, we need this in this area, so continue to grow, continue to keep doing everything that you're doing.
Man,
Appreciate
432,
you, man.
come
Let's go,
inside
baby.
the loop, man.
That's right, baby. Y'all know where to find me in the Loop Production. Thanks for tuning in.
It's shot
Oh,
o'clock.
boy.
Let's go, baby. Hey, that went by fast. See,
Every
Kamaya, that
time.
wasn't too bad.
Every time.
It wasn't.
Too bad, right?
Every time.